up, everybody? Back with a new intro today. You're gonna get it first-hand view of Coach Rob's story at class.
Alright guys, so this was last Thursday, right? We were teaching, it's the fifth class, kids class already that we're teaching. And kids were not, I guess it's kind of frustrating to us, right? Me and Card, we teach the kids, and of course we want to see progress, right? So Thursday's class, we were teaching triangle escapes, and then we went over 2 techniques. We drilled it, we practiced it, see if the kids have any questions. No questions, right? So we do situationals, right? Start with the legs wrapped around, right? And try to escape. Every kid, every group, all they did was start stacking. Like nobody was even trying to try the technique that we just showed. I was kind of beside myself. I was getting kind of irritated. I stopped the class. I said, what you guys doing? We just taught you one technique, and all I see you guys doing is trying to stack. I said, that's a white belt technique. Like, are you guys really trying to learn anything? Or you just, why are you guys coming to this class for? Like, are you even interested in jiu-jitsu? I said, you guys just wasting my time. Coach Carter, Coach Kawai, you got 3 solid coaches here. We're trying to help you, but you just keep doing the same thing over and over again, right? Even Kawai made a comment to them about being comfortable and doing the same thing, right? Oh man, I was just so agitated. Like, there were parents there, but they couldn't hear. I wasn't talking loud enough. So at the end of the class, I told the kids, all right, you guys go home tonight and think about what you want your jiu-jitsu to be, right? Like, if you guys don't like it bad jiu-jitsu, just no come already. You're wasting time. Take up kickboxing, Muay Thai. I know it sounds kind of mean, but you're wasting everyone's time. There are kids in the class that are trying to get better. They compete on a regular basis, but if they don't get solid partners going, it's hard for them to get better, right? It's like, oh, I was just so angry, right? Maybe angry is not the word. Frustrated is probably a better word for it. But I did ping a couple of the parents, and they said, I think sometimes the kids need to hear that, right? Even I checked with Chris, and Chris kind of said, yeah, they gotta hear some of that stuff. I think some of them, have some success. Like I said in a previous video, you can have some success at white belt, doing some like basic techniques with some spaz, but once you hit the gray belt level, even gray white, you're competing against a real tough competition, right? And this was the advanced class. I told Cart, sheesh, at this point we might as well not even have advanced class, because there are some kids that are still white belts that I think they would want to come, those extra days a week to get better. But I don't know. I never talked to Chris yet. Chris never come back from his trip. Well, Chris came back from his trip, but never touched bases with him. I did tell him we should have a parents meeting, because there's a lot of new students and new parents. Just kind of talked about the program, the expectations, what the kids should do and stuff like that. Just kind of square it up. I hope. Majorly frustrating. Yeah. What do you think, Clyde?
Well, I remember our coach was saying that you gotta have a lower expectation on kids, but something simple as even showing that you have some ability to do maybe one detail of the technique, but shoot, if you don't see like trying, and they're not noobs. Most of them are not noobs. So I think it's just the culture. We're a little lax, so maybe they just got used to just being complacent, right? What Kawhi said, don't get comfortable being comfortable. Complacent, bro.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like you said, in some ways you can't be too harsh on the kids, but like if you don't motivate them and they cannot motivate themselves, then who motivates them, right? Who drives them? Who gets them to the next level? It's not impossible to be high level at a school like UFC, but it takes your own personal commitment, wanting to do jiu-jitsu outside of jiu-jitsu. Can't just come class, a couple days a week and think you're gonna do good or excel. I mean, look at us. Of course, we're adults, and of course, we're advanced belts, but we want to get better. So we train 5-6 days a week. We drill 1, 2, 3 days a week. We go home after class and we watch more jiu-jitsu videos. We're like jiu-jitsu nuts, right? Sometimes my wife thinks we're nuts, but hey, it's not easy to get better. You know, we're committed to it. So we want to see at least some commitment from the people that we train with, you know, the kids that we train. So, you know, we're on our way to Mililani, and you know, we you know, the main thing is to go see Coach Jay right before he has his big surgery. But we do want to see how the kids program runs there, like if the kids are just going crazy and, you know, not paying attention, or what they do. Yeah, you know, maybe look at some of the drills that they run or the warm-ups if it's the same, and work off of that, right? And then try to structure our classes accordingly. You know, just like last week, we had Rod Amano come by, and he has a very different way of teaching his class. So, you know, we try to think of ways to incorporate those techniques and that approach into our game. Similar to that guy, Greg Sauter. He doesn't teach moves. It's more concepts, right? Goals to get people to get better at jiu-jitsu. And his guy won at ADCC. So, you know, works at the highest level, yeah? We just want to see people get better. And I guess maybe last week, that was the fourth day in a row that we're teaching. So it was a little bit of a struggle. You know, Carter and I, we're really chill in the class. We don't get mad. We don't yell. We don't do anything, right? But I think that day it was just kind of reached its peak, yeah. Chris kind of runs the classes kind of loosely. You know, he likes to play around. I get it. You know, he likes to have fun. He makes the kids laugh. But it does set the tone for the kids, thinking that it's okay to play around. It's okay not to listen. It's okay to just do whatever. I guess I'm more old school, yeah. Like when I took judo and karate and all that, there's nobody playing around. Everybody listen to the coach. There's no like goofing off on the side, and
Except me.
and yeah, well, my own son was the exception, but he was like 7 or 8, so I cut him a break. You don't want to be there, but it's old school, you know. Just pay attention, respect. It's just helping these kids become better adults in the long run, right? That's my goal. Good at jiu-jitsu, but be able to transition into the future as a functioning adult that knows how to take turns, teamwork, is a good person, can follow directions. It's not something that I personally want to see them win gold medals so I can say, look, all my guys want gold medals. I don't really care if they win gold medals, but I want to see them do well, and I want to see them prepare and get ready for those tournaments like they are champions. And someday they may be. I mean, we put out some solid guys from UFC. It's not easy, right? But we have put some good people out from UFC. But it takes dedication, right? It takes the desire to get better, to train hard, yeah. Anyway,
That kind of what you're saying about those skills. Yeah, that's kind of what Clifton was saying about how he teaches judo. There's like 5 or 6 things, you know, like kind of similar to what you said, just personal skills that help you get better in life, and then the last one was you learn judo last. So yeah, it's more so about, I guess, improving yourself, and then jiu-jitsu will just follow.
we want to be a positive influence. We want to be role models to these kids, right? Because there's so much negativity. I mean, if you start following the wrong people on social media, or you get the wrong circle of friends, things can go so bad for you. I mean, there's so much crime happening now. You read about shootings and all that. I don't want to read about any of these kids that we worked on that end up going down that path, right? I want to make sure they make good decisions as teens, as young adults, and even ultimately as adults, right? So I want to feel I have a positive influence on them. One of Carter's football coaches he had that exact same mindset. Build them as people, not so much as football players, right? Same here. The goal is to make them become better people, understand, and the mechanism for us to connect to them with that is jiu-jitsu. They come to our class, we see them a couple times a week. We can influence them in a positive way. But But if they don't respect us and they don't respect jiu-jitsu, then we're not getting through to them. That's